This conference will now be recorded.
All right. So we are discussing the SAP Commerce Cloud. SAP Commerce Cloud is nothing but the SAP Commerce and Cloud. We are discussing the SAP Commerce Cloud. SAP Commerce Cloud is nothing but the SAP Commerce and Cloud. So Cloud we will see at the ending. So let's focus on SAP Commerce first. Now the question is, what is SAP Commerce, or what is the purpose of SAP Commerce? What is SAP Commerce, or what is the purpose of SAP Commerce? Let's say we have a requirement. Okay, so let's say we have a requirement to develop the shopping site or e-commerce site. Shopping site and e-commerce site. Then we can use SAP Commerce. Okay, let's say we have a requirement to develop the shopping site or e-commerce site, then we can use SAP Commerce. For example, you can see we have chroma.com. This is developed using SAP Commerce. You can see there is a Reliance Digital. This is developed using SAP Commerce. You can see we have Spartacus, right? So this is developed using SAP Commerce. Like this, we have n number of shopping sites created using SAP Commerce. Like this, we have n number of shopping sites created using SAP Commerce. So what is SAP Commerce, or what is the purpose of SAP Commerce? Let's say we have a requirement to develop the shopping site or e-commerce site, then we can use SAP Commerce. For example, so you can see Chroma, Reliance Digital, Spartacus. So these are all the e-commerce sites created using SAP Commerce. So hence, what is the conclusion? So by using SAP Commerce, so this is the conclusion. So we can create shopping sites or e-commerce sites. That's it. That's the simple conclusion. What is SAP Commerce? So this is the question number 1. What is the question number 1? What is SAP Commerce, or what is the purpose of SAP Commerce? Let's say we have a requirement to develop the shopping site or e-commerce site, then we can use SAP Commerce. Example, you can see Chroma, Reliance Digital, Spartacus. These are all created using SAP Commerce. So that means by using SAP Commerce, we can create or develop shopping sites or e-commerce sites. We can create or develop shopping sites or e-commerce sites. Now the question number 2 is, now let's say my requirement is develop the shopping site. So let's say my requirement is develop this shopping site. My requirement is develop this shopping site. Now, do I need to create this from scratch? Do I need to create this from scratch? That's the question. So the answer is no need. Can you see this one, please? So let's say my requirement is create the shopping site. My requirement is create the shopping site. Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes, Chenna.
Okay, good. Thank you. So let's say our requirement is create the shopping site. Now, do I need to develop this from scratch? So the question is, do we need to develop this from scratch? Okay, do we need to develop this from scratch? So answer is no need. So do we need to develop this from scratch? Answer is no need. Then what? Right now we are planning to use SAP Commerce. Can you see this one, please? Right now we are planning to use SAP Commerce. This SAP Commerce provides templates. This SAP Commerce provides templates. We call them as recipes. This SAP Commerce provide templates. We call them as recipes. We need to install. Okay, we need to install. Can you see this one, please? What I am trying to say that right now the requirement is what? Or what is SAP Commerce? What is SAP Commerce? Let's say we have a requirement to develop the shopping site or e-commerce site, then we can use SAP Commerce. That means by using SAP Commerce, we can create this kind of sites. That's good. Now the question is, do we need to develop these sites from scratch? Okay. Do we need to develop these sites from scratch? Okay. Answer is no need. Answer is no need. Then what? Right now we are planning to use SAP Commerce. This SAP Commerce provide the templates. We call them as recipes. We need to install it. So you can see here, please. This is the SAP Commerce software. Let's say this is the SAP Commerce software. This is the SAP Commerce software. You can see there are recipes. Okay, so you can see there are recipes. This is the SAP Commerce software, and you can see there are recipes. Recipes are nothing but the templates. Recipes are nothing but the templates. So you can observe this one, please. So what I am trying to say, this SAP Commerce provide recipes. You can see this is one of the recipe. Okay, so this is one of the recipe. This is what my SAP Commerce software, and this is the recipe. SAP Commerce software and recipe. And what I am trying to say, we need to install this. So what I am trying to say, we need to install this. Assume that installation is done here. Assume that installation is done. We need to install this. This recipe we need to install. Assume that installation is done. Okay, assume that install is done. So now the question is what? Assume that installation is done. So then the question is what we get after installation. Okay, so the question is what we get after install. Okay, what we get after install. Assume that installation is done, and what we get after install. You can see after install, this kind of ready-made site we get it. See here, I did not do anything. I just installed it. I did not do anything. I just installed it. I did not do anything. I just installed it. So therefore, after installation, this kind of ready-made site we get it. After installation, this kind of ready-made site we get it. So that means after installation, okay, so that means after install, 80% of the code is ready. Around, I am using the word called around. 80% of the code is ready. 80% of the functionality is ready. Okay, and around 80% of the site is ready. Okay, after installation, around 80% of the site is ready, 80% of the functionality is ready, 80% of the code is ready. Then what we need to do? Okay, then what we need to do? Then what we need to do? So we need to take these results as a base. Okay, so we need to take these results as a base and do customer specific changes around 20%. We need to take these results as base and do customer specific changes, which will be around 20%. So this is what exactly we are going to do in the SAP Commerce. This is what exactly we are going to do in the SAP Commerce. Okay, this is a nice flow here, you need to understand. Okay, this is a nice flow you need to understand. We'll repeat this one more time. Then we can see how to install and get that ready-made site, all those things. Okay, let's quickly recap this one, please. Let's quickly recap this one. So we are discussing the SAP Commerce Cloud. SAP Commerce Cloud is nothing but the SAP Commerce and Cloud. Now the question is, what is SAP Commerce? What is the purpose of SAP Commerce? Let's say we have a requirement to develop the shopping site or e-commerce site, then we can use SAP Commerce. So that means by using SAP Commerce, we can create shopping sites, something like a Chroma, something like a Reliance Digital, something like a Shop and all. Now the question is, do we need to create these sites from scratch? Do we need to create these sites from scratch? Answer is no need. Then what? Right now we are planning to use SAP Commerce. This SAP Commerce provides the recipes. We call them as templates. Now you can see right side, this is what my SAP Commerce software, and this is what the recipe. We need to install it. Assume that installation is done. Now the question is, after installation, what we get? After installation, this kind of ready-made site we get it. So that means after installation, around 80% of the site is ready, around 80% of the code is ready, around 80% of the functionality is ready. We need to take these results as a base and do customer specific changes to make it as a Spartacus, to make it as a Reliance Digital, to make it as a Chroma. So that is what we are going to do now. So therefore, after installation, this is what I mentioned. Around 80% of site is ready, around 80% of code is ready, around 80% of functionality is ready, which is suitable for customer. So when I say customer, client here, which is suitable for customer, client. Then what we need to do? So we need to take these results as base and do customer specific changes which will be around 20%. Do customer specific changes around 20%. Now we need to do two things now here. We need to do two things. First thing is what? How to get this 80% of ready-made site and how to do this 20% of changes. Both we need to learn now. So what we need to do now? What we need to do? So two things, right? So the first thing is that what? Okay. So how to install or how to get this 80% of site is ready, code is ready and all. Then once we are done with that, then how to do customer specific changes, which will be around 20%. Both we need to practice now. How to do the customer specific changes. So these are the two targets for entire this technical course. These are the two targets for entire technical course. These are the two targets for entire technical course. Till now, if you have any question, you can ask me.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, as I mentioned, in the technical sessions, we have two objectives. First one is install and get this ready-made site. Then how to do the customer specific changes. There are so many customer specific changes. That means how to create the tables, how to modify the tables, okay, how to write the cron jobs, how to write the coding, how to modify the cart, okay, how to modify the order page. Like that, we will study series of the topics in this journey, in this customer specific changes journey. So let's focus on first how to install and get this ready-made site. Let's see this first. Okay, so step number, okay, now let's focus on the how to install SAP Commerce. Okay, recipes. So for now we'll see B2C, B2B we will practice later. Okay, so please understand this. So if we take the e-commerce is having two flavors, B2C flavor, B2B flavor. If we take the example, Chroma is the B2C, Boeing is the B2B. Chroma is the B2C, Boeing is the B2B. Reliance Digital is the B2C, Lonja is the B2B. B2B means company to company transaction. B2C means company to customer transaction. So therefore, today we will see how to install SAP Commerce recipe, which is a B2C. How to do B2B we'll see later. So let's focus on B2C first. So B2C means something like a Chroma, something like a Reliance Digital, something like a Spartacus. B2B means something like a Boeing website, something like a Lonja website, and so on, so on. Then first step is download SAP Commerce software. Now the question is, what version shall I download? So here two questions here. Question number one is what version? Second question is where can we download? What version and where can we download? So if you want to know the version, there are so many versions here. So we have 4x version, we have 5x versions, okay, we have 6x versions, and we have 1808, we have 1811. Okay, we have 1808, 1811, then we have 1905, we have 2005, we have 2011, we have 2105, now we have 2205. So this is the latest one. Okay, so what is the meaning of this 2105? Means last year May month this was released. What is the meaning of 2205? 2205 means this year May month this is released. What is the meaning of 2011? So 2011 means in the 2020 year, November month this is released. Like this we have. Like this we have. Now you can see here, if you want to use these versions, Java 8 is required. If you want to use these versions, Java 11 is required. If you want to use 2205, Java 17 is required. I am putting in the simplest way here. So then what version to download? What version to download? So therefore, if you want to use these old versions, Java 8. If you want to use these versions, Java 11. If you want to use this version, Java 17. And one more point here. One more point you need to remember is, okay, so I said SAP Commerce, right? SAP Commerce is the new name and SAP Hybris is the old name. Okay, so SAP Commerce is the new name and SAP Hybris is the old name for it. That's the simple straightforward conclusion. Okay, now let's come back here, please. Now let's come back here. So how to install it? So first one, you need to download the SAP Commerce software. What versions are available? These are the versions. And where can we download? And if you want to see how to see this version details, how to see this version details. So if you want to see the version details, go to the help.sap.com. Go to the help.sap.com and we are discussing what? SAP Commerce, right? SAP Commerce is part of SAP Customer Experience Journey. SAP Customer Experience Journey or SAP Customer Experience Solution. Click on that. Then in that we have multiple technologies. Out of that we are SAP Commerce Cloud. Click on that. SAP Commerce Cloud. Click on that. Out of that we need what? SAP Commerce, right? Or SAP Commerce Cloud for public. You can click on that. Okay, so you can see these are all the different things are there, and you can also see this. There is something called the end of the maintenance. You can click on that. Okay, so you can click on this general and click on the supported releases, something like that. Okay, now you can see what versions are available. You can see. Can you see this one, please? What versions are available? All this information you can see. So right now this is the latest version. Right now this is the latest version, and these versions, oh, they extended. That's good news. No, this version is extended, but these versions are till March. That's good. So last time, anyone remember here? All these three versions are having March only. Anyone remember that?
Yes.
Yes.
Now you can see they changed this. I think some clients might be shouted, so that's why they changed this to August. Generally 2 years they will give here. Generally 2 years they will give. So when I was showing last time, this was also showing March 31st. And now they moved to August. So that's good. So these are the different versions we have. And this is the latest version basically. And in the November month, there is one more release will come here. In the November month, there is one more release will come and so on, so on. That's it. Now you can see the version details here. Star means this version no more supported. Star means this version no more supported. It's like this. IE8, IE9. Do we is Microsoft is supporting IE8, IE9?
No.
IE8, IE9. Microsoft supports? No. Similarly, no. These versions are not supported, and these are the versions available right now. And these versions also, when not supported or when going to end of the maintenance, That information you can see here. That information you can see here. So this is how we can go on to find out what versions are available and what is the end of the maintenance for those all these things. Okay, that's it. That's about this one. Then the second question is what? Where can we download it? So first point is to download SAP Commerce. To download SAP Commerce, you need to have, okay, you need to have valid SID, valid SAP ID with download permissions. This is important. Even though you have ID, if you don't have download permissions, then you cannot do anything. So to download SAP Commerce software, you need to have valid SID with the download permissions. Now let me show you where to download it. So you can just go here only. So like however I shown you, or you can just Google it also. So SAP Commerce Cloud download, like that you can just Google it. Okay, you can just Google it and you can see. So here is the place. So you can see. So there is an option download here, and click on agree terms and conditions. Then it is going to ask the SAP ID. It is going to ask the SAP ID. So when you are downloading, make sure you download your version. Let's say if you want this one, you can download this. If you want this one, you can download this, and so on, so on. So now you can see it is asking SAP ID. You need to give SAP ID and credentials so that you can able to download. So that you can able to download. Okay, that's it.
This conference will now be recorded.
Right, good. So after download, this is how you can see SAP Commerce software. After download, let's say you downloaded 2011. If you downloaded 2011, so this is how you can see SAP Commerce software. Or let's say you downloaded 2105. So this is how you can see. You downloaded 2011. Then this is how you can see. So this is the SAP Commerce software. I did not do anything here. I just downloaded, and this is the SAP Commerce software. It is a zip file basically. Okay, it's the zip file basically. After download, this is how you have the SAP Commerce software. That's it. So this is the SAP Commerce software after download. SAP Commerce software after download. SAP Commerce software after download. Now this is the zip file. So therefore step number 2 is unzip the SAP Commerce software. Unzip the SAP Commerce software. To unzip the SAP Commerce software, we can use 7-zip. We can use 7-zip or WinZip kind of softwares. My recommendation is 7-zip. You can also use whatever you want. So my recommendation is 7-zip. If you don't have 7-zip, so no problem here. You can go and download it. So let's say you can go here, type download 7-zip. It is a free. You can download it. So this is the URL. This is the URL. You can download and install it. That's it. So now I have the 7-zip. Now what I will do is that I can right click on this. I can right click on this and you can go to the advanced and you can say extract here, and this is the unzipped results. I did not do anything. I just unzipped it, and this is the unzipped results. So this is the SAP Commerce software after unzip. This is the SAP Commerce software after unzip. Are you guys paying attention?
Yes, Chenna.
You had a good weekend and festival, right? Enjoying the festival?
Yes, Chenna.
Okay, good. Okay, so SAP Commerce software after unzip. So this is the SAP Commerce software after unzip. I did not do anything here. We just unzipped it. So this is the SAP Commerce software unzip. Now, if you see the location, So this is the location of the SAP Commerce software. SAP Commerce software location or path. If you see, so this is what it is. And if you observe this path, it is having hyphens, underscores, spaces like that. Okay, so that's why there is a best practice rule. Okay, there is a best practice rule. What is the best practice? Try to avoid. Okay, try to avoid spaces or underscores or hyphens, these kind of special characters in the path. This is the best practice, not mandatory. Try to avoid spaces, underscores, hyphens, these kind of special characters in the path. So that's why what I will do is that I will take this unzipped results. I will take this unzipped results and put into my own folder structure. I just put it here. So that means, so this is the SAP Commerce software. After unzip and putting into proper folder. 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 Okay, so you can see now. If anyone asks what is the SAP Commerce location? If anyone asks what is the SAP Commerce location, you can see it is clean and green, no spaces, no underscores, no hyphens. So SAP Commerce location or path. If anyone asks, this is the location or path. I just moved into proper folder here, nothing more than that. I just moved into proper folder, nothing more than that. Try to follow this best practice. Try to follow this best practice. That's it. So this is the step number 2. So step number 1, we have downloaded the SAP Commerce software. Step number 2, we have unzipped the SAP Commerce software. Now this is the SAP Commerce software. We did not do anything. Next is step number 3. Step number 3 is SAP Commerce. So don't worry about the notes and all here. You will get the notes from me. Not these notes. You will get very clean and green notes. Like you can see here. This is how you are going to get the notes. So let's say this one. So you can see how the notes is. So this is how you are going to get the step-by-step notes. This is how you are going to get the step-by-step notes. Don't worry. You no need to take anything. So you can see how to create a, no, not this one. So we are starting the here. Yeah, we started here, you can see. Yeah. So how to create the custom B2C site. Custom B2C site. Download SAP Commerce software. Okay, then unzip it. How to unzip it. Now you can see all these things, whatever I mentioned, it's there. You can see all these things, whatever I mentioned, it's there. That's it. So this is how you are going to get the notes. So you don't need to type anything. You don't need to write anything. You just listen. That's it. All right. Now let's come back here, please. So next is in SAP Commerce or SAP Commerce provides the code or in SAP Commerce we write the code. In SAP Commerce we write the code. So please understand this. SAP Commerce provide the code. In SAP Commerce we write the code with what? With Java. So in SAP Commerce we write the code or SAP Commerce provide the code with what? With Java. So therefore it's time to download Java and set the path. So that's why step number 3 is download Java and set the path. Set the path. Now what version do I need to download? What Java version do we need to download? So for that, just now I told the answer already. So if these are the versions, Java 8, if these are the versions, Java 11, if this is the version, if these are the versions you are using, Java 8. If you are using this SAP Commerce version, Java 11. If you are using this version, Java 17. Like that, you can download it. So therefore, if you want me to put this again, I will just put it, but this is what it is. That's it. So these are the versions required. Now, your machine might have Java, but make sure you have a corresponding Java version. How do I know? How do I know my machine is having what Java version? So for that, simply you can open the command window and type Java space minus version. It will tell what is the version. Right now in my machine, which version is there? Right now in my machine, which version is there?
11.
11. So 11. That means we are good. So therefore, Java space minus version command, you can enter in the command window. That's it. Now assume that you don't have the corresponding Java version. If you don't have corresponding Java version, go to the Google, say download Java 11 from Oracle site. Like that, you can click on this. Now you see you have an option to download Java 11. These are all Java 11. You can download from here. When you download, it is going to ask username password here. Just enter your username password. Okay. So it will ask. Okay, it may ask you to enter username password. Just create it, not a problem. Just create and enter. There is no big problem here. It's a simple email ID, some password. You can create it and enter. Then you download it. Now you can see. So this is what my SAP Commerce. Sorry, this is what my Java. Okay, so this is what my Java. So you can see I have a Java 11, I have a Java 17. Java 11 for one project, Java 17 for another project. You can have multiple Javas also. Right now I have a Java, I want to install some, let's say 2011. I want to install this version. Okay, so therefore Java 11 is required. So therefore go to the Java 11 and take this location and right click on this PC, go to the properties. I'm setting the path now. Advanced settings, environment variables. So here click on new variable, type Java underscore home equal to this location. Okay, so you can go here and type what? Java underscore home equal to this location. After that, there is one more thing called path. You can see. So there is one more variable called path. You can edit it and add this entry. So that means, so you can go to the path and add percentage Java underscore home %/bin. So this is what you need to add here. That's it. That's it. Now check if Java path is set correctly or not. Set correctly or not. So how do I check? Just now I told, right? Check Java path is set correctly or not. How do I check? You can go to the command window, type Java space minus version. Now I am seeing Java 11. That means I am good. That means I am good. That's it. Then the next point. Next point is, just now I told in SAP Commerce or SAP Commerce provides the code. SAP Commerce provide the code or in SAP Commerce we write the code. Okay, now the question is, question number 1, where can we see SAP Commerce provided code? Question number 2 is what? Where can we write SAP Commerce code? Is that clear? Two questions. Where can we see SAP Commerce provided code? Where can we write the SAP Commerce code? So you can see SAP Commerce provided code by going to your software, by going to the bin. Okay, so you can see there is a modules. There are so much of code here, and these are called extensions. Is that clear? So therefore, you can go here Within that, you have the extensions. Okay, so within this, you have the extensions. It is very clear here. Even whether you are a functional, technical, I'm giving the conclusions in the simplest way. So if you go inside this, these are all different extensions. What is the meaning of extensions? Extensions are nothing but projects. So in a simplest way, extensions are nothing but like a projects. So this is where we have the code. Okay, so this is where we have the code. So therefore, SAP Commerce is having what? Extensions, which are nothing but Java related terminology projects. In the Java related terminology projects. In the SAP Commerce, we have the extensions, and here we have the project. So that means, so this is the flow. So we create, okay, that I will write it in the next question. Okay, so therefore question number 1 is what? Where can we see SAP Commerce provided code? So you can see these are all the things. And there is one more thing called a platform. In the platform also, you have some of the OOTB code. So therefore, we also have platform. So there also you can see some code. So therefore, out of the box code, OOTB means what? So what is the final conclusion? Out of the box. Out of the box means given for us. Given for us. Out of the box code is available where? Is available where?
Extension.
In the bin folder or bin folder and platform folder. This is the simplest conclusion. Out of the box code. Out of the box code means whatever code given for us. Out of the box. Out of the box means given for us. Out of the box means given for us. Out of the box code is available where? In the bin folder or platform folder. In the bin folder or platform folder. That's it. So that means these are given for us. Out of the box, OOTB. Then the second question is, where can we write SAP Commerce code? So you can see inside the bin, there is a custom. So here you write all the code. So inside the bin, you can see there is a custom. Here you will write all your code. Okay, so here you see, you write all the code. Is that clear, everyone? We'll see how to get all these things, but I'm just showing you at a high level. So here we write all the code. So therefore, this is what it is. So therefore, OOTB code is given here. Then custom code is available where? Custom code is available where? So in the bin folder, custom. And sometimes we also write, this is a old way of writing here. Sometimes we also write in the config customize folder. Config customize folder, but this is old way of writing. Okay, this is old way of writing because this way of writing the code is discouraged nowadays. Okay, anyway, I'm just putting both places. So therefore, we can use customize folders to write the code. Okay, so where is the custom, where we can write the code or custom code? Custom code means where can we write the code? Where can we write the code means custom code here. Where can we write the code means custom code. Custom code you can write in the bin custom folder. So inside the custom folder, you can create whatever folders you want and write it. Or there is a customized folder, there also you can write it. So that means first we create extension, then we create files. Inside files, we write the code. Is that clear, the flow? First you create the extension. How to create the extension? We'll see now. First we create the extension. The extension is like a project, that's it, nothing more than that. Extension is like a project, nothing more than that. First we create the extension. Within the extension, we create the files. Within the file, we write the code. This is the complete flow. So this is how we need to set the Java path. Okay, next step number 4. What is the step number 4? So just now I told you SAP Commerce provide the code, or in SAP Commerce we write the code. So these are the nice conclusions here, nice simplest conclusions. SAP Commerce provide the code, or in SAP Commerce we write the code. Whenever we have the code, we will do one step. What is that? Whenever we have the code, we do one step. So that equal to compile. Compile is like a build. So that means whenever you write the code in C language also, once you write the code, you will compile, you build. Similarly, here also you need to compile and build. So therefore, to do the build, we need to use some tools. To do the build, we can use tools like AND tool or Maven tool or something else. For now, we want to use AND tool. For now, we want to use AND tool because AND is part of SAP Commerce software. No need to download separately. AND is because AND is part of SAP Commerce software. No need to download separately. Okay, AND is part of SAP Commerce software. No need to download separately. Now you can ask a question: where can we see SAP Commerce provided? SAP Commerce provided. Where can we see SAP Commerce provided? And details. Okay, so you can go to your software. You can go to your software. Let's say this is the software. Go to Hybris, go to the bin, go to the platform, and you can see AND. So therefore, it's time to set the. Now we want to use AND for build purpose, right? Now we want to use AND for build purpose. Okay, so now we want to use AND for build purpose. So therefore, it's time to set the path. It's time to set the AND path. How do I do? You can take this location, go to the this PC. Okay, go to the this PC, properties. Okay, advanced settings, environment variables. Then click a variable called or add a variable called ant_home and give the location. Okay, so ant_home and give this location. After that, there is a path, so you can add it as a ant_home / bin. So this is how you can do it. So that means after doing this, okay, there is a path here. So here you can add this entry. Here you can add this entry. That's it. That's it. Nothing more than that. That's it. That's it. Nothing more than that. Now you can ask a question. Okay, how do I know ant path is set correctly? How do we know? Okay, ant path is set correctly. So if you want to know, go to the command window and type ant space minus version. Go to the command window and type ant space minus version. Now you can see some version. That means we are all good. Therefore, what is the syntax? Go to the command window, type ant space minus version. If you are seeing any details here, then you are all good. So therefore, what is the step number 4 here? Step number 4 is set the ant path. Set the ant path. Now, what is the purpose of ant build? What is the purpose of ant build? So therefore, ant uses build.xml here. Ant uses build.xml. You need to understand one by one. So what does that mean? Where is the build.xml? You can go to the platform. In the platform, there is a build.xml. You can see there is a build.xml. Yeah, you can see. Ant uses build.xml. So this is the build.xml. So here we have the commands which ant can use. Here we have the commands which ant can use. So that means ant uses build.xml. Inside build.xml, we have different commands. Okay, now the question is, what are the important, okay, and commands or statements? Okay, so the first one is and all, second one is, you can see this one please, these are all the different commands we can use. And clean all, third one is and customize, fourth one is, okay, and initialize, INITIALIZE, and initialize. Okay, fifth one is and extgen, we will learn this now. Okay, and module gen. Okay, next and production, you can see the details here. If you don't remember, no problem here, you can just open the build.xml, you can see. So there is a and deploy, okay, and EAR, and all, just now I told, okay, and clean, just now I told, okay, and sonar check, okay, and extgen, just now I told, and module gen, and initialize, just now I told. We'll discuss those. And server, and update system. Like this we have so many. Okay, you can see like this we have so many. And test and update system, like this we have so many commands or statements. Like this we have so many commands or statements. So that means, in a simplest way, if I go here, type and ABCDE. In a simplest way, I type and space ABCDE and hit enter. So this and will look the meaning of ABCD in the build.xml. In the build.xml, that ABCDE target is not there. That's why it is telling I don't know what is that. That's why it is telling I don't know what is that. That's it here. So that's the meaning of these commands and this one. So therefore, and uses the build.xml. In the build.xml, we have different command defines. These are all the different commands. Okay, we'll see one by one. That's it. Then we have set the path. We have understand what is the meaning of and. That is for build purpose. And the build purpose, we have so many commands. And for build purpose, we can use either one. For build purpose, we can use this. Let it be here. Anyway, we'll focus this. Yeah, let's come back here now. That's about the fourth step. So far, any questions?
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So that is about the step number 4. Next step number 5 is. Now we want to install SAP Commerce, right? We want to install SAP Commerce. So before installation of R, look at here please. After installation, we are going to get this kind of ready-made site. After installation, we are going to get this kind of ready-made site. That is the expectation. Now, during this journey, you might be having so many users. For one of the user, you need to set the password so that it will be available for us to use. So therefore, step number 5 is set the admin user password. This is not required in the old versions, but in the latest version, it is mandatory. This is not required in the old versions, but in the latest version, this is mandatory. Set the admin user password. Okay, set the admin user password. How do I set it? Go to your software. I'm just taking the syntax first. Okay, let me take the, okay, go to your software. One second. Go to your software. So let's say this is what my software. Go to installer, go to the recipes, because we want to install the recipes or we want to install the templates. That's why you need to go to this place. Then here we have a CX recipe. The advantage of the CX recipe is it will give B2C sites and B2B sites. The advantage of the CX recipe is it will give B2C site and B2B site. This is what I want to install. So inside that there is a build.gradle file. Open that. Inside that there are properties. Here you can paste the property. So property initial password admin123. This is what you need to do. Property initial password admin123. This is what you need to do. Again, as I am telling here, you don't worry here because here in the notes all the steps are given. You can see everything step by step is given. You don't need to worry whether how do I remember these steps. You can see set admin user password. You can see how I highlighted the screenshot. Everything is very clearly available. You can see how I said that, okay, you need to add it. Greenwich add. Like this, you are going to get it. Don't worry about the notes. So set the admin user password. So therefore, you can go on to set the admin user password like this. You can go on to set the admin user password like this. So we want to install this CX recipe because CX will give B2C and B2B. So that's why I went inside the CX, and this build.gradle file, don't open in the notepad, open in the notepad++. Okay, this is kind of a, please follow this one. So don't open, okay, I'll put the statement like this. Try to avoid opening build.gradle file, that is a Gradle file in notepad. So best is open in notepad++. Notepad++. If you don't have notepad++, it is a free, you can open there. So after opening, okay, after opening, you can go here and add this entry. So that means you are setting the initial password for admin user, which is nothing but admin1234, which is nothing but admin1234. That's it. So this is the 5th step. Now 6th step is install. Okay, now 6th step is install SAP Commerce software. Install SAP Commerce software or recipe. Now you can ask a question, which one shall we install? Which one shall we install? Okay, which one shall we install? As I told just now, we want to install CX recipe. The reason is CX is going to give B2C and B2B. Can you see this one, please? CX will give B2C and B2B. Okay, so we want to install this because it will give B2C sample sites and B2B sample site. So that's why we want to install this. That's why we want to install this. So therefore, which one you want to install? We want to install the CX recipe because it will give B2C sample sites and B2B sample site. And B2B sample site. Now the question is how to install. How to install the recipe. How to install the recipe. So if you want to install the recipe, so you can go to the installer. You can go to the installer of that location. Install.bat -r. Which one you want to install? CX. Hit enter. Which one you want to install? CX. Hit enter. So it will take some time here. Let it install. And observe before installation, there is only one folder here. Can you see this one, please? Before installation, there is only one folder here. This is what we have before installation. Okay, you need to observe this one, please. Okay, so before installation, this is what we have, and inside that there is a bin. Okay, inside that bin modules are there. Sorry, inside that modules and platforms are there. There is no custom folder. Do you see this one? Can you guys observe? Inside the bin, there is only one folder. Sorry, inside the Hybris, there is only one folder, bin. If I go to the bin, you only have modules and platform. So this is what exactly we have before installation. This is what we have exactly before installation. Okay, so this is before installation of the recipe. Before install a recipe. Are you guys are there?
Yes, Chenna.
Good. So this is what we have before install recipe. Okay, good. Now let's see how the installation is going. So you can see it just started here. It will take time, maybe 3-4 minutes. Let it finish. Okay, let it finish. So therefore, before install, we have this is the structure. Then after installation, what we get it, then we need to convert into custom website. All these steps we need to learn now. It is just starting. It will take time. Just give me 1 minute.
This conference will now be recorded.
All right. Now you can see, please make sure you are getting the message called build successful. Lots of some people, what they do is that they will get this command window and they will think that it is completed. So if any errors are there, you need to make sure we need to fix it. So, and we should have the message called build successful, then only continue next. Okay, now you can see build successful. That means our installation is done. So therefore, before installation, can you come back here, please? Before installation, this is what we had. Now, can we go and observe the after installation? So after installation, you can see we got 5 new folders. So we got 5 new folders after installation. We got 5 new folders after installation. That is before installation. This is after installation. So that means these are for our purpose. That means when we write the code, all these things, we will use these folders. When we write all these things, we'll use these folders. Now, okay, now inside the config folder, you have 2 important files, local.properties and local extensions. There are so many, but at least these 2 are important. There are so many things, but at least these 2 are important, we will use. Okay, that is the one thing. Second thing is that if you go to the bin folder, and if you go to the custom, you got something, but it's not much useful. Why it is not useful and what is useful and all, we'll see. Okay, this is what we have right now. Can you observe this one, please? This is in the custom. So custom folder is created. Within this. And we also have, you can see, we also have these 3. These 2 old ones are there, plus custom folder created. Inside the custom folder, this is what we have. So this is after installation. This is what we have after installation. After install the recipe. After install the recipe, this is what we have. Good. Now, can you observe this one, please? Now I said inside the config folder, we have 2 important files, right? One is the local extensions.xml file, another one is the local.properties file. What is the purpose of this local extensions.xml file? In the local extensions.xml file, you have bunch of the extensions, bunch of the projects, bunch of the code defined. Because of this, you are getting the ready-made site like this. Because of this, you are getting the ready-made site like this. So in a simple way, if you want to see in the screenshot wise, so this is the site we are getting after installation. So we are getting the site because of this code, because of these extensions, because of this project. So because of this code, because of this extension, because of this code, because of these extensions, you are getting this site. That's the purpose of this local extensions.xml file. So therefore, can I say local extensions.xml file defines the scope of the or functionality of the site? Local extensions.xml gives the site functionality, site scope. Yes or no? Okay, so now we have a file called local extensions.xml file. Can you understand the meaning of this one? So this is the file we have. Okay, so I said just now, you can see this diagram, please. You can see this diagram. So this is having lots of extensions, lots of code. Because of this code, because of this extension, we are getting this site. Now, can I say this tells what is the scope of the site, what are the functionalities of the site? Yes or no?
Yes, Chenna.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Chenna.
This tells what is the scope of the site, what are the functionalities of the site. So therefore, scope or functionality of the site are defined here or activated here. Scope or functionality of the site is activated here. What does it mean? Let's understand one example. What does that mean? Let's understand one example. So the example is, so let's say for your website, you don't want CAPTCHA. So everyone knows CAPTCHA, that's why I'm using this one. For your website, if you don't want CAPTCHA, you can remove this. For your website, if you don't want CAPTCHA, you can remove this. For your website, let's say you don't have promotions. Then you can remove promotion related code, promotion related extensions. Similarly, if you want something, you can add it. Similarly, if you want something, you can add it. So that is the purpose of this particular local extensions.xml file. Through local extensions.xml file, you can specify what functionalities you needed for your site by activating that code, by activating that extensions. That's it. Then we also have one more file called local.properties. We also have one more file called local.properties. You can see local.properties. So here you can specify for your website what configuration properties you want. Here you can specify for your website what configuration properties you want. So that means, let's say this website is using some database, you can specify the database. This website is using some properties, you can specify the property. This website is having some URLs and so on, so on, so on. You can use that property. That's it. So therefore, now this is what we have after installation. Can you come back to our diagram? This is what we have after installation. Now, so please understand this. If we continue next, then we get standard sites. Okay, so if we continue next steps, then we get standard sites. If we continue next, then we get standard sites. Standard means out of the box sites. Do we need out of the box sites or we need to do customization?
Customization.
Yes, we want to develop from the standard site, we want to create custom site. In the custom site, we need to start writing the code to make it as a Chroma, to make it as a Reliance Digital, to make it as a Superstar. Okay, so therefore, if we continue next, then we get standard sites or out of the box sites. But our requirement is what? Develop Chroma site or develop Reliance Digital site. Okay, Reliance Digital site and so on, so on. So this is what our requirement. This is what our requirement. That's why what we need to do. That's why what I need to do, create custom site. Okay, create custom site based on OOTB. create custom site based on OOTB. Then inside the custom site, start writing the code. Inside the custom site, okay, start writing the code. Okay, so create a custom site based on out of the box. Create custom site based on the out of the box. How do I create the custom site? How to create custom site? So for that, you can use and module gen. How to create the custom site? For that, you can use and module gen. So therefore, and module gen creates custom site or module. Create custom site or module. So that means if you want to make a copy of, if you want to make a copy of site, if you want to make a copy of module, then which one you need to use? Which one you need to use?
And module.
And module gen. So that means, let's say example, I am in the bin folder. I am in the bin folder module. Let's say I want to make a copy of this. If I want to make a copy of this module gen, let's say I want to make a copy of one extension. I want to make a copy of one extension. Let's say this extension copy I want to make. To do the customizations, then you can use extgen and extgen. So creates one extension copy. Create one extension copy. So this is the difference between module gen and extgen. So if you want to make a copy of one website, if you want to create a website copy, then we can go with the module gen. Then if you want to make a one extension copy, then go with the extgen. So that's why now the requirement is what? Create custom site. So see this one. Create custom site from OOTB. Create custom site from OOTB. Okay. So please remember this. Here we are installing CX recipe, right? CX recipe, I told you it will give B2C and B2B. It will give B2C and B2B. It will give B2C and B2B here. Okay. Now the requirement is what? Develop the custom site. So therefore, step number 7 is create custom B2C site based on OOTB. Create custom B2C site based on OOTB. Custom B2C site. Custom B2C site based on the OOTB. For that, what you need to do is that you can go to your software, go to Hybris, go to the platform, CMD and module gen. And module gen, hit enter. And module gen, hit enter. Can you see this one, please? Hit enter. Now it is asking which one you want to make a copy. So accelerator. Accelerator means B2C. Do you want to make a copy of this? Do you want to make a copy of this? Do you want to make a copy of this? I want B2C. That way, accelerator, I will select it. So therefore, what I am doing, I run the command call and module gen. So let's say this is the 7.1. Okay, I run the command called module gen. Now it is asking me to select the template 7.2. Select template. So it is asking me to select the template. So now I want B2C, that's why I'll go with this. Now you can see this is there in the bracket, means it is a default. So that's why I will hit enter. Okay, so once I hit enter, now you can see, so no, that's wrong typed. So let me do one more time. And module gen. And module gen. Then it is asking me to select the template. So I will select accelerator, hit enter. Now it is asking me to select the name. Okay, 7.3 is enter name. So I will give name as Chenna. Is it name ChennaReddyTraining training. So this is the name I am giving. So if you are working for Chroma company, what do you give? Chroma. If you are working for something else, you can give. So let's say if you are working for Chroma, then you can give it as Chroma. If you are working for Reliance Digital, then you can give as Reliance Digital. If you are working for a Samsung, you can give Samsung, and so on, so on. So this you can discuss and just give it, not a problem. So this is the name I am giving. Now it is asking the package. 7.4 is, it is asking the package. We enter package name. So package name is, let's say, com.chenna.rs. That's what I'm giving. If you want to give something else, you can give it. If you are working for Chroma, com.chroma.chroma store, like that you can give it. For now, I'm just giving this and hit enter. When you hit enter, now you can see here it is. You should get error. See, you are getting the error. So after hit enter, we are getting the error. Why we are getting the error, I'm explaining now. Why we are getting the error, I'm explaining now. So if you see the error, it is telling that this one is the problem. So that means if you see here in the previous step, what did we install? Tell me. CX. CX will give B2C and B2B. But right now, during the template selection, what I selected? Select the
B2C.
template. What did I select?
Accelerator.
B2C.
Means B2C. Now it is confusing. Hey, you are asking me to set up the B2C, but in the previous step, you also have the B2B. What you want me to do? Like that, it is confusing. Okay, so I'm typing here the words. You can listen this. So in the step number 6, we installed CX. Which will give B2C and B2B. Now in the 7.2, we selected accelerator. In the step number 7.2, we selected accelerator, which is nothing but B2C. Now it's confusing what to do. So here it is, you say here it is a B2C and B2B. Now you are saying B2C. Now it is confusing what to do with B2B. So for now, let's delete it. Okay, for now, let's delete the B2B. So delete the B2B means you can see here, go to the custom folder. So this one is the B2B one. I will delete it. For now, let's delete it. So this is the B2B one. Let's delete B2B. So I said B2B will do separately. Let's delete it. So now I am deleting this. I deleted. So after deletion, so this is already added in the scope of the local extensions file. Here also you need to delete it. Line number 4, delete it. That's it. Line number 4, delete it. That's it. Now run the commands again. So repeat 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, 7.4. Repeat it. So therefore I deleted. Now I am repeating. Module gen. Select the template, accelerator, give the name. What is the name? ChennaReddyTraining. Okay, now give the package, and hit enter. Now it should be success. Now we should get the message success. Let's see whether we are getting it. Yeah, now you can see success. And also you can see here, it is suggesting the next steps. Can you see this one, please? It is also suggesting the next steps. Are you guys are paying attention? It is also suggesting the next steps.
Yes, sir.
It is also suggesting the next steps. Okay, good. Okay, now let's come back here, please. Now it's finished. Now it's good. It's suggesting the next steps. Before we go to the next steps, everything is good. So finished successfully. Finished successfully, and also suggesting the next steps. What does that mean? We'll see now. So this is what it is. It is suggesting the next steps. Now let's come back to this diagram here. So this is what we had after installation. After installing the recipe, now we have completed the module gen, right? Because of the module gen, let's see the difference. Because of the module gen, let's see the difference. These are all same, no difference. Okay, so these are all same, no difference. Then what is the difference? If you go to the custom, now you can see, okay, now you can see in the custom folder, ChennaReddyTraining is generated. So inside that, okay, now you can see there are 7 extensions got generated. Inside that, there are 7 extensions got generated. So in most of the projects, you will have these 7 extensions. What is the purpose of these 7 extensions and all? We will learn one by one, but this is where you will be writing the code. This is where you will be writing the code. So therefore, these 7 extensions are important for any company. These 7, some companies may have 4 or 5, that's okay, but these 7 you need to understand. So this is what we have for writing the custom code. So this is what we have. So I said, so in a simple word, this is nothing but what? Around, this is nothing but 80% of the code, 80% of the site, and 80% of the functionality given for us. Okay, given for us. Now this will be what? So this is where you write around 20% of custom coding, right? So this is where you write it. So that's the meaning of this step number or module gen. That's the meaning of module gen. Now you need to understand one more point here. So therefore, if you see here, can you observe this one? Can you observe this one, please? If you see here, okay, I will delete the left side, not required. So after module gen, these are the extensions we are getting, right? You guys are paying attention? I'll take a few minutes more today because I want to complete this flow. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So after module gen, 7 extensions we are getting. These 7 extensions are nothing but the custom extensions, custom code. So this is where you write the code. This is where we write the, we create our site. This is where we do the modifications. That's fine. Then these are created based on what? These are created based on the OOTV site or OOTV. So that's nothing but you can go to the bin, you can go to the modules. In the modules, there is a base accelerator. So this is where you will find all those things. So that means those 7 extensions got created based on these standard extensions. Those 7 extensions are got created based on this standard OOTV extensions. These are the standard OOTV extensions. Standard OOTV extensions are code. So that means, can you see this one now, please? Can you see this one now, please? So ChennaReddyTraining back office is created based on this. Core is created based on this. Facades are created based on this. Fulfillment is created based on this. Initial data is created based on this. And storefront is created based on this. Test is created based on this. So that means whatever you are seeing, the custom code is a copy of. So the custom code is a copy of.
Yes, sir.
Now you can do the changes here. So right side is out of box code, left side is custom code. Now you got a copy of the custom standard code. Now you got the copy of the standard code. That's it. So this is the meaning of module gen. Is that clear? What is the meaning of module gen now? What exactly module gen is created for us? What exactly module gen is given for us? Okay, so it created a custom site copy. It created a custom site copy. That's it. Now let's come to here, please. I said it is suggesting the next steps. What is the next step it is suggesting? Can you see the first step, please? Let's focus on the next step now. What it is telling? Can anyone read this first step? What it is suggesting?
Add your extension to your
So
login.
it is telling that just now we got these extensions, right? It is telling us to activate it. Where can we activate? It is telling that in this file. Because you need the custom site, so therefore activate this code so that you get the custom site. So therefore next steps is nothing but, okay, first one, activate, enable or activate custom extensions. Enable or activate custom extensions. Custom extensions. How do I do that? So you can see here, you can go to the, so there are 7 extensions, right? There are 7 extensions. You can take these 7 extensions and go to the config local extensions.xml file and add them. You can see I added these 7. Is that clear? That means we want to take the results from this, not from the standard. We want to take the results from this, not from the standard. Now you can see here, so here there is a single code, here there is a double code. So you can use single code also, but try to follow the standard by using the double code. Double code means these we added. Single code means these are given. That's a small understanding for the development team here. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can also use the single code, but use the double code. So let's say I use the double code today. Tomorrow, let's say Lakshmi comes. By looking at the double code, Lakshmi can understand that, oh, these we added it for our project purpose. That's it. So that is what the next is step 1. Then can you see the next suggested step? Can you read the next suggested step? Can you read this, please?
Remove the following extensions.
It is telling that, okay, add the custom extensions and remove them, remove the standard one, because we don't want standard. We don't want the results from standard. We want the custom extensions results. So that's why it is telling that add this and remove the standard. So therefore, I am removing it. You can see. So I am removing or commenting this. I am removing or commenting this. So therefore, enable custom extensions. Second point is remove OOTB extensions. Then third point is what? You can see here. Third one is what? If your server is running, stop it. Then do the build, all these things. Basically, I need to do the build. So the next one is, okay, so do the, anyway, my server is not running. Server is not running. That's good. So fourth step is do the build. Fourth step is do the build. Now, how do I do the build? To do the build, okay, we can use Antall or AntCleanall. So first time use the AntCleanall. That's the best one. So how do I do that? So you can go to the command window. Okay, sorry, not this one, right? 1 second, please. Let me do the changes. Let me do the changes quickly. In my file, this one. Whatever I told, I'm just doing it now. Okay, that's good. Next, I need to remove this Y accelerator. Yeah, these things I need to remove it, right? So you can comment or remove here, not a matter. I just commented it. So that's what we have done these steps. Let's go to our notes. So that's what we have done. After that, do the build. Build means and clean all. So let me do the build here. Let me do the build once. I can go here, I can go here, I can go here. So type and clean all. So when you type and clean all, you may get error. Let's see how to fix the error. Then we can close the session. Okay. So therefore, now what I am doing, I am running this command. Now what I am doing, I am doing the build. So when you run this command, we will get error. We'll get error. So how to fix the error? Let's see. Okay, let's see how to fix the error. Now I am closing this window, not required. I am closing this window. Let that window. I'm closing this window, not required. Are we getting the error? You can see we are getting the error. Now can you observe the error, please? Are you guys are there? So we are getting the error, and these are the error details. Now let me take a print screen of this and show you the error. We are getting the error. Can you read this error, please? What it is telling that, okay, there is a duplicate attribute. Attribute means column here. Attribute means database column. Attribute means database column. So there is a duplicate attribute where, okay, so you can see there is a duplicate attribute. What done? Duplicate attribute, it said what is the duplicate attribute? Okay, what column or what attribute? Done. And it is duplicated in which places? So in this place, and also in this place, and also in this place. So in two places it is finding. Okay, in two places it is finding. So that means one attribute, one database column is available in two places. One attribute, one attribute that's called done. One attribute that's called done is available in two places. Now we need to delete one. So tell me which ones, where can I delete? So therefore done is the attribute available in two places. That's why they are duplicates. Now we need to delete one. Now we can delete from one place. So tell me, shall I do it from Y accelerator order management or ChennaReddyTraining fulfillment process? Where can I do?
By accident.
Y accelerator. This is a standard one here.
No, that is standard.
Why do you want to touch? So this is the custom one. This is the one which we got it, right? So whenever you want to do the changes, you can do in this. Do the changes in the custom one.
Okay, sir.
Do the changes in custom one. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, Shanna.
Yes.
Okay. So that is the reason we are creating this custom code, right? So do the changes in the custom code. So therefore, for that, what I will do is that. So I need to go to this ChennaReddyTraining fulfillment extension. ChennaReddyTraining fulfillment extension. In that, so it is telling that resources. In that, this is the item.xml file. In that item.xml, you can see there is a done. Basically, this entire thing is not required because this entire thing is already given. So you can delete that entire thing. Now you can run it, you will be good. Okay, so therefore, what is the solution? Go to here and delete this particular. Okay, go to here and delete that particular attribute item type. Delete that attribute or item type. Item type is good. Then repeat the build. So which is nothing but and clean all. Repeat it here. Definitely this time it will be success. You will get success. That's it. So it may take 10 to 20 minutes. 10 to 20 minutes depends upon your PC. Based on PC. So therefore, which is okay, 10 to 20 minutes, but it will success. That's it. So we'll stop here and we'll continue tomorrow. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. Else we are good for today.